the whole of the
about
country.
The cost of living, because that is
Yes.
going to be the biggest issue coming forward, the cost
Well,
of living.
it already is.
It absolutely
It already
is.
And it's going to get more difficult.
worse.
It is,
and
yes.
and
it
for
is.
some of us
And then it will get
conservatives,
better, yeah.
we would have said, what can we do to help people with the cost of living? We would have said, cut the taxes. We would have said, cut VAT on fuel. You've chosen not to do that. Why?
What we're doing is...
But no, why have you not doing the dropping tax, getting rid of
just
VAT?
Seen, Esther, I don't know whether you were for that. The spring statement was the biggest tax cut. If you take together what Rishi did on the NICS thresholds, which was completion of a promise, fulfilment of a promise that I made in 2019.
Some of us had questioned Nick as well. Why would we ever increase it?
Sorry, no, but we raised the threshold to which before you pay NICS, right?
Yeah. But some of us are even questioning increasing the NIC threshold.
No. But if you increase the threshold, what that does is that takes people out of paying.
Yes, yeah.
And so we raised it from 9,000 to 12,500, and that literally takes 70% of the payers of national insurance contributions got a tax cut as a result of what Rishi did in the spring statement. It was literally the biggest tax cut in the last 10 years. The biggest tax cut. If you add that to what he said about income tax, and by the way, she had income tax. Various times. By the way, don't forget, at times of difficulty, Mrs. Thatcher had state spending running very, very high as a proportion of GDP because of the economic difficulties that the country was in. So something like COVID, I think she would have dealt with in exactly the same way. What she would not have done, Philip, is said we've got to borrow more. And there are some people who say we should just borrow more and risk interest rates going up and spend and run that risk. We're already spending £83 billion a year servicing our debts. That's crazy. We've got to keep a tight grip on it. So if you just cut taxes, you've got to find the money from somewhere. We've already cut taxes very considerably, but we need to make sure that we invest in our NHS at the same time. And so the cost of living crisis is best fixed by tackling the immediate problems people are facing, cost of fuel, helping people with their heating costs, the whole 9.1 billion package that Rishi has put together, but also making sure that people have high-wage, high-skilled jobs. That in the end is what the Thatcher revolution delivered, and you're now seeing, and she turned Britain around from being a place where there was habitually high levels of unemployment to a place where people knew that going to work was the best option, and that is what we want to see. We are getting people into work and into high-wage, high-skilled jobs. What we want is high-wage, high-skilled jobs with a great deal of security so that people can know that they have the freedom and the opportunity to do things that they want to, like buy their own home.